Hello and welcome to our podcast mini-series, Building Belonging in Barnwood Circle. This series features Barnwood Circle members and staff at Barnwood Trust. Over 3 episodes, we share our group's journey of learning, reflection and action around belonging and anti-racism in Barnwood Circle. This podcast series is part of a wider project that began in 2024 around making Barnwood Circle a more welcoming and inclusive space for people of all races, ethnicities, faiths and cultures. You're going to hear honest conversations, personal insights and practical ideas from people who have been engaging with this work. Let's get started. Today I'm joined by Alex, Anika and Anna. Do you want to say hello?
I'm Alex Johnson. I'm a Barnwood Circle member. I've been involved in the anti-racism project.
Hi, I'm Anika. I'm a circle member also, and I've been a Barnwood member for a few years.
I'm Anna Peacock and I'm a connector for Barnwood Trust. I work alongside members in Barnwood Circle, which is a membership scheme for disabled people and people with mental health conditions who want to get their voices heard on issues that matter to them.
So I'm going to jump in straight away and ask, if that's okay, Alex and Anika, to just say a little bit about why the work of Barnwood Trust is important to you personally, and then also maybe a bit about why you wanted to be involved in this particular project. Did you want to go first, Anika?
Yeah, I wanted to be involved in a project because I've got my own personal experience of racism and also being a woman of mixed heritage and living with a disability. I wanted to bring my own experiences to the project.
I wasn't sure at the very top when I was asked, is this project right for me? Because I've had a very sheltered background and I've never really experienced racism. But as I gone through the process of the 2 projects, I realised racism and disability are very closely related.
So Alex, do you want to ask me a question? Yeah?
Why did Barnwood Trust decide to do it project?
There are loads of reasons, and it's really hard. I'm just sort of looking around the room because we all had reasons for wanting to do this. So some of them for me are about Barnwood Trust itself, and we are on an anti-racist journey, which links to our values, but also links to some of our history. We've got quite a tricky history in terms of where our funds originate from and so on. But actually, that's kind of by the by, because really it's about us wanting to hear as wide a range of voices as possible to inform the work of the Trust. We are here for the people of Gloucestershire. That's everybody in Gloucestershire, all people who might experience barriers around disability and mental health. And so it just seems really logical that we would think about what other wider barriers might exist that might stop people from coming and being involved in our work and helping to use our money wisely. I think there is another aspect to that, and that is that personally I feel really strongly about it. I have family members, my own daughter is mixed race, and I think when you see the impact of people not being fully welcomed and included and not being fully valued for their life experience and the wide range of things that they bring to something, I feel like we're missing out on a brilliant opportunity. And so we're kind of, as a trust, we really want to learn, and we're always learning, but also personally, I'm always learning too. So I really valued that I was invited to be involved.
Anna, before it started, did you know what you wanted the project to achieve?
Yes, I think it was important for us to learn and understand about the experience of being in Barnwood Circle from a racial perspective. And we really wanted to have some new practical ways to make Barnwood Circle welcoming and inclusive for all. And we also wanted to be able to capture the learning so we could actually use it across the trust throughout all Barnwood's work. So can I ask you all, what does anti-racism mean to you? Had you heard the term anti-racism before this project?
I have, yeah, but it means a lot more than not being racist.
I agree. Anti-racism is about fairness.
Okay.
It's about inclusion. It's about making people feel welcome, and any racism needs to be called out by anti-racism. It needs to say it's not okay.
It means we stand up for each other and we call out things that are not right. And don't make assumptions. We'll ask that person about what they want or don't want. Things like that.
Anti-racism is a broad spectrum. Just a few years ago with Black Lives Matter, that brought up a spectrum of how people emotions about different symbols and different attitudes we had then led into anti-racism and people not being included. So it's so important to keep a very open mind over what is anti-racism, because it's not one answer, it's many.
Some of the things that I was thinking about in answer to a question, Anna, which is, I suppose for me, it's about not just about the negativity of avoiding racism. It's also about celebrating people's differences. It's about creating a space where everyone feels welcome and able to come and be their whole self. Anti-racism is like more proactive. It's like doing stuff that's positive and giving people a really clear message that they're welcome, they're wanted, that we're all in this together, that we've got each other's backs and so on.
Alex, can I ask you, why do you think it's important for a charitable trust that is about disability and mental health to also focus on anti-racism?
I believe you can't focus on disability and mental health without understanding racism. It's like golden like Trinity. Everybody with us, no matter if you're a child, a teacher, a counsellor, a government minister, you need to bring everyone with us, because that is the only way to make a difference.
That's right. And if you're someone who's experiencing racism, and that could be on a personal level, it could be on like across the whole system, like I was thinking about the fact that, and I'll bring you guys into this conversation as well, thinking about, like when you walk into a room and you just kind of know, don't you?
Yeah.
You think, is this room somewhere I can be? Or actually, do I have to manage myself because maybe I'm not welcome, or maybe I'm not feeling like I'm welcome? And I know that from a disability point of view, that can sometimes happen. And then you add the layer of, are people judging me because I maybe don't have the same skin colour, or I don't look the same in some other way? Like, these are all the layers of things that can cause disadvantage. It can we can experience discrimination, and in my case quite often privilege, actually, because I walk into a room and people maybe don't think that automatically. So there's something in that for me about us being aware, just like being aware that these things are playing out.
And I think you don't always know what people need, and we can easily make assumptions and easily put people in a box based on race, faith, culture, without realising how harmful it can be if you're on the receiving end of that. Annika, do you want to kind of talk about a time when you haven't felt you've belonged or felt seen?
I think from primary school, growing up, that I was the only child or the only person, full stop, of colour. And then, the children would obviously make me very much aware that I was the odd one out kind of thing. And then when I went to secondary school, it was the same thing. I was, even though I wasn't the only one of colour, but I was the only person of like my heritage or whatever. I wasn't black and white. I wasn't just white. I wasn't just black kind of thing. Left out, and that dropped, like my confidence was low from a teen child.
Yeah. So how did it feel when you joined Barnwood Circle?
I think when I first came, I seen members of colour, should I say, staff and Barnwood Circle members. And I felt more I felt comfortable coming.
So do you think there's something that's reassuring in knowing that there's racial visibility and representation in Barnwood Circle, that gives you that sense of belonging, and knowing that there's other people with a cultural awareness who are Barnwood Circle members that you can connect with?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So sort of partly that thing about walking into a room and going, I think there are some people who might have similar experiences to me, and I feel a bit more safe. But I wonder, there's something for us all to think about, isn't there? About, we were talking about this in the lunch break, actually, or when we were saying, when you go somewhere and you think, oh no. I remember you said something about, I just walk back out again. I'll just leave.
Yeah.
If you don't feel welcome.
Like, if I walk in a room and I've been invited but they're not welcoming, I'm like, okay, just stay, so it's alright. Then I'm like, right, time to get out.
Yeah.
Because if they don't want to welcome you, why give your time?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something about that feeling we can all relate to, can't we, of being someone, not knowing anybody, and that sense of that. And like it kind of links back to what we said at the beginning of this conversation about being proactive. And actually, it's not enough just to say, well, I wasn't mean to that person when they walked in. You kind of got to make an effort and say to someone, I want you here. I value you. Please do come in. And how can I help to make you feel comfortable here?
I've been involved in the project change how you feel about inclusion.
I think I've learned not that I shouldn't make assumptions. Like, ask people, don't assume.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that, because we can, can't we? We can sort of go, oh, let's make sure that this person over here has this thing, and it might be completely irrelevant because we're all so unique, aren't we? We're all just people at the end of the day with different things that matter to us. You have been listening to the Building Belonging podcast. To find out more about Barnwood Circle and the work we're doing around this, please have a look at our website, www.barnwoodtrust.org.